This is Ms.E, the Power Broker, with Eye to Eye Reporting. I have Calvin and Maurice Copeland here. And Calvin and Maurice, raise your hand. Which one's Calvin? Which one's Maurice? Okay, now y'all pay attention. Calvin, if you had 30 seconds to ask Maurice anything besides his date of birth, which happens to be his birthday today, what would you ask him?
Birthday. First, I've heard about your story, Mr. Copeland, about the Bannister Federal Complex. So, how's everything going so far on that?
Okay, the situation with the Bannister Federal Complex, to just put it on the bottom line, is injustices keep mounting up and going on. People are dying, and the government is not doing their job.
Simple. Maurice, what would you ask Calvin if you had 30 seconds?
Why do you do this? Tell me what drives you to do what you do.
I like to connect with the people. I like to talk with people. I like to get the people's side of the story. It's always, the media always trying to picture someone doing something, but I like to get the words out of people's mouth, what they're saying, what they're thinking, instead of it being fixed up to look certain, to be said a certain way, or look to be in a different way.
Maurice, would that satisfy you?
Yeah, that satisfies me. I would like to ask them this: are you getting much support from your community and helping you in what you do?
Not much.
Okay, he says not much. Could it be because you haven't went to the right people to ask? When you follow them, you're not following the people that's responding back and forth, you know? Could it be?
It could be that. It could be that we are, I haven't been able to expand the show to where everyone could watch it and, have better resources to it, We're on YouTube, but, I think, being here in Kansas City, I think people need to watch us locally,
Have a local spot where you shoot. Okay. What do you think, Maurice?
Well, in our community, tease people a little bit. Maybe if you threw up a couple of nudes, some big rumps or something like that, maybe you get more. That's where we are. This is big rumps. Well, I think we're attracted to the glitz, glamour, the beauty.
Oh, Maurice, he does not have to put porn on here just to show.
I'm just saying. I mean,
all right.
The fact of the matter is.
All right. It's hot out here. But thank you. This is your 30 seconds of fame. Normally. This is Ms.E with Eye to Eye Reporting. No, this is not an old school story. No, you're not looking at Superfly. And no, he is not a pimp. He is
Saste Mosley.
And she is
Adenike Amdinra.
And you are
Calvin Berkeley.
He is the host, producer of Eye to Eye. And I am Ms.E, and we have a 30 seconds of fame. Let's go. Calvin, if you had 30 seconds to ask Saste any question that you would like to ask, what would it be?
What is your involvement in the Kansas City community?
My involvement right now is I'm an urban farmer. Do that as an economic development to show these youth that are looking at the underground economy a different way of living, something they can do right in their neighborhood. They have the land there, they have the time, and all they need to do is come out and get the skill set, and they can find another way of staying out of the system.
Okay, Calvin, if you had 30 seconds to ask Adeleke anything that you would like, what would you ask her?
What do you do in the Kansas City community?
Well, I too am an urban farmer. At one time, I actually had my own garden, and I took advantage of the natural food that's right there growing on the ground. I made dyes out of the mulberry trees, berries, and sauces and jellies and pies with the mulberries. And I actually had purchased my own beans and planted those beans in the ground instead of just eating them. And I learned that actually I vitalized my nutrition by sprouting the beans before I cook them. And so just moving into a more healthy way of living and using my own hands and my own methods of growing the food that I'm feeding to my family.
Okay. I think they didn't understand the question, because the question he stated was, what do you do in the community?
Well, what I do now is I actually have a front yard that I dug up, and Sase and I also purchased a vacant lot, and I actually grow food on it, and want to encourage my community to come out and purchase it. We actually go all over the community promoting urban agricultural endeavors. We also have 4 greenhouses where we actually, we have an aquaponic system over at East High School, and actually the other greenhouses where we actually grow plants and other kinds of vegetation for people's purchase.
Okay, I gotta go.